Are you dating a Filipina who seems to be rushing you into marriage? Maybe after just a few weeks or months of dating. You might be wondering, why the rush? Is this normal in the Philippines or is it a red flag you should worry about? Hi guys, this is Heart Secrets and Rises of the Philippines, and for today's video, we'll be diving deep into a question that so many foreign men asked. Why do some Filipinas rush you into marriage? This is going to be an honest, cultural, and eye-opening discussion. So stay until the end because I'll also share how to tell if their intentions are genuine or not. In the Philippines, marriage is still seen as one of life's biggest milestones. It's not just about love, it's about family, stability, and even identity. Now, while many Filipinas take their time before saying I do, there are still those who move a bit faster, especially when dating foreign men. But before you judge, it's important to understand why. Because behind every decision to rush marriage, there's usually a mix of personal, cultural, and emotional factors. So let's talk about the top reasons why some Filipinas might want to marry quickly. First, a Filipina might rush you into marriage because she feels like she's hitting the ceiling, especially if she's already in her 30s. In Filipino culture, there's this unspoken timeline where Filipino women are expected to settle down and have kids before reaching a certain age. Many Filipinos are family-oriented. They dream of becoming mothers, raising kids, and building a home. And biologically speaking, the later a woman marries, the harder it might be for her to conceive. So if she meets a man who's serious, responsible, and emotionally ready, she might think, why wait? Now, not all Filipinas feel this way. Some are perfectly fine at having children, especially in today's generation. But for many, marriage and family still define success and fulfillment. The second reason, she might genuinely believe you're the man she's been waiting for. Filipinas tend to be emotionally intuitive. If she feels a strong connection, if your values align and you treat her with respect, she might think it's fate. And here's the truth. In the Philippines, foreign men are often seen as rare and desirable. You stand out. You represent something that's not very common. Loyalty, stability, and often better financial security. So in her mind, if she's already found her perfect match, she doesn't want to waste time or risk losing you to another Filipina. Another reason is deeply rooted in our conservative culture. If two people are a good match, then there's no reason to delay marriage. Many Filipinos grow up with the idea that if both partners love each other and share the same dreams, marriage is simply the natural next step. It's not about rushing, it's about sealing the relationship before something goes wrong. It's almost like a cultural belief that once you've found your person, you shouldn't tempt fate by waiting too long. So if your Filipino tells you, why wait? It's the same path we'll take anyway. That's her way of saying she's ready for commitment, not necessarily that she's desperate. Now, let's move on to a more sensitive but real reason: financial hardship. Some Filipinos rush into marriage with foreigners because they see it as a ticket out of poverty. Let's be honest. The Philippines is still a developing country, and for some Philippine women, marrying a foreigner represents hope for a better life. They think marriage might bring them to the US, Europe, or Australia, places they associate with comfort and opportunity. Now, this doesn't mean every Filipina has that mindset. There are countless Filipinas who love genuinely, regardless of financial background. But yes, this reality exists, especially among Filipino women who grew up struggling. And that's why it's so important for foreigners to take time knowing her, to see whether she loves you or for what your passport represents. Another common reason: pressure. In the Philippines, there's a toxic societal expectation that women must get married at a certain age. Every family reunion, every fiesta, every Christmas gathering, single Philippine women often hear the same thing. Why aren't you married yet? You're not getting any younger. When will you give your parents grandchildren? So some Filipinas end up rushing into marriage, not because they want to, but because they're tired of the pressure and judgment. And when they finally meet a man who shows real commitment, especially a foreigner, they see it as their chance to finally silence those questions. Then there's this rare but possible scenario. She might have just come out of another relationship and is looking for stability, or she might even be pregnant. Sometimes a Filipina in this situation wants to move on quickly, emotionally and socially, and that could result in her rushing marriage with you. It might sound extreme, but these situations happen. So always take your time to know her past and her present before making any major decisions. Lastly, religion plays a huge role. The Philippines is one of the most religious countries in Asia. Many Filipinos grow up with strong Catholic or Christian values, where marriage is seen as sacred and necessary before living together or being intimate. If she's very religious, she might rush you into marriage, not for financial or emotional reasons, but to stay true to her faith and moral values. So, to summarize, Filipinos might rush you into marriage because of first, their biological clock and family goals. Next, genuine love and belief that you're the one. Third, conservative cultural beliefs. Fourth, financial escape. Fifth, family or peer pressure. Sixth, rebound or pregnancy circumstances. Seventh and the last one, religious conviction. But remember, not every Filipina who wants to marry fast has bad intentions. Some just know what they want, and when they find it, they don't want to lose it. So, what do you think when a Filipino rushes marriage? Is it a red flag or just a sign of true love and commitment? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. By the way, do you want to know when is the best time to ask marriage from a Filipina? Find out in this video right here. Once again, this is our Secrets and Writings of the Philippines. See you in the next video. Bye, guys.